Welcome to Tales from the Abyss, where we dive deep into the darkest corners of human imagination and uncover the most chilling, spine-tingling stories from the unknown. If you're a fan of horror and suspense, you're in the right place. Sit back, turn off the lights, and prepare to be haunted as we bring you another terrifying tale that will keep you awake at night. The Midnight Ritual, the bloody curse of Sarah Black. In the shadowed town of Raven's Hollow, legends of Sarah Black had endured for centuries. Burned alive as a witch in 1786, Sarah cursed the townspeople with her dying breath, vowing to return to exact her revenge. Her name became a forbidden whisper, and her story among thrill-seeking teenagers. The rules were simple: light a bloodied candle, chant her name before a mirror, and dare to summon the spirit that swore vengeance. Though many claimed it was a harmless prank, few had the courage to test the legend. That is, until 5 friends, Mia, Caleb, Sophie, Liam, and Ethan, gathered on a cold December night, their curiosity and arrogance blinding them to the truth behind the tale. I'm here, so Cross, how you feeling? Come here. Yes. 522 has just discovered sweat. Come on, cry it out. Gathered on a day by day. In Liam's dimly lit basement, the group sat huddled, the air thick with nervous laughter. A single red candle flickered on a table in front of the cracked mirror. It's just a stupid game, Caleb said, trying to ease the tension. Mia, ever the bold one, took the knife and nicked her finger, watching as her blood dripped onto the wick. The candle's flame danced, casting long, jagged shadows on the walls. Together they chanted, "Sarah Black, rise from the ash, take your revenge, fulfill the task." For a moment, silence stretched thin, broken only by their uneven breathing. Then the temperature dropped sharply. The once faint candlelight dimmed, and a chilling whisper filled the air. "You called for me." The mirror in front of them began to crack, the fractures spiderwebbing across the glass. In its reflection, a figure began to emerge. A woman with charred, blistered skin and hollow black sockets where her eyes should have been. Blood oozed from her mouth as her jagged teeth twisted into a grin. Ethan stumbled back, knocking over the candle, but the flame burned on the floor, its unnatural glow filling the room. "It's not real," Sophie whimpered, tears streaming down her face, yet the air grew heavy and the whispers turned into a guttural growl. Suddenly Mia screamed, clawing at her arms as she fell to the floor. "They're crawling inside me," she shrieked, convulsing as if invisible spiders writhed beneath her skin. Chaos erupted as Sarah Black's curse fully unleashed. Liam stood frozen, staring at the mirror, his reflection now moving independently. The glass version of himself raised a hand and pressed it against the surface, its eyes narrowing before shattering outward. Shards flew across the room, cutting into his face and neck. Dark, shadowy hands emerged from the walls, gripping her ankles. A big hand bristled across the room, cutting into his face and neck. Blood poured from his wounds, and his eyes practically glazed. She screamed as they pulled her back, leaving blackened burns where they touched her skin. The room smelled of burning flesh, iron, and despair. Caleb and Mia bolted for the basement door, but it slammed shut before they could reach it. They pounded on the wood, screaming for help, but their cries were drowned out by a deafening roar. From the corner of the room, Sarah Black's figure materialized fully, her fingers elongated into sharp, blade-like claws dripping with blackened blood. "You summoned me," she hissed, her voice like nails on a chalkboard. "Now you'll pay the price." She lunged at Mia, her claws piercing the girl's chest. Mia's scream was cut short as Sarah tore out her still-beating heart, holding it up to her disfigured face before crushing it in her hand. Blood splattered across Caleb's face as he watched in mute horror. As the last survivor, Caleb fell to his knees, paralyzed by fear. The whispers returned, louder now, filling his head until they were deafening. The walls began to bleed, thick red streaks pouring down like rain. Caleb's body crumpled to the floor, lifeless. By dawn, the house was silent. The police arrived to find 5 mutilated bodies and no signs of forced entry. The only clue was the mirror in the basement, its surface intact except for a single word, scrawled in blood, again.